How's it going everyone? Lazerk here with another video. This time we'll take a look on how to get rid of old thermal paste from your CPU, clean it, replace the cooler and install a new one. In order to clean your old CPU, you will need a couple of things, so let's go through them one by one. By the way, this video is not sponsored, I'm just showing you the stuff I bought for replacing my own cooling system with a better one. So you will definitely need a new cooler if you want to get rid of your old one, a thermal paste and a solvent to scrub that old thermal paste away. I use Arctic Cleaner here, which contains two separate bottles for removing old paste and cleaning the surface, but any isopropyl alcohol above 70% will do. I also got the Thermo Grizzly Cryonut paste, as I don't really trust the no-name paste included with the coolers, and Thermo Grizzly has a good reputation. As for cooler, I went for Be Quiet Dark Rock 4 Slim, mainly because it will fit nicely in my case, won't cover the RAM and provide enough cooling power for my Ryzen 5 CPU. In the box you will find a radiator, a fan, mounting plates for the radiator and for the motherboard, separate for Intel and AMD. First thing you need to do is to disconnect your PC from power and unplug your old cooler. It's also worth making sure you discharge any voltage you might have on you because you don't want to damage your CPU or motherboard. After that, just unscrew your old fan, take it out of the case, and then we can start with the cleaning of the CPU. At the beginning I just used a paper towel to gather all the thermal paste that wasn't dry. Try to do it from the outside in, so that none of the paste will get on your motherboard and your CPU socket. Next, pour some IPA, or in my case Arctic Cleaner No. 1, onto the towel and get rid of the dry thermal paste that's still on your CPU. After it's all nice and clean, you can use some more IPA to prepare the surface for new thermal paste. In my case I just used the bottle number 2, place a drop or two on the CPU and polish it with a lint-free handkerchief, usually used to clean glasses. It's worth taking time to find something lint-free to have the surface as pure as possible for better thermal performance. If you don't have a droplet dispenser, it's better to pour some liquid onto the tissue because you don't want to spill any of it on your socket and your motherboard. So here I made a small mistake which you might want to avoid. I placed the thermal paste before installing my cooling mount. I strongly suggest installing the mounting first and applying the thermal paste just before mounting your cooler. When you're applying the paste, there's a couple of ways to do it. Either do an X over the CPU or apply a small amount of it in the center and distribute it evenly across the CPU with a spatula. Usually there's one included with the paste. Also remember that when mounting the cooler, the pressure will squeeze the paste outwards, so you don't have to be super precise. After that, you need to install mounting plates for your cooler. Different manufacturers use different methods, so I won't go into detail on how to do it, just follow the manual and you should be fine. After the mounting brackets are installed, this is the moment you should apply your paste, but as I said, mine was applied a bit prematurely. Remember to peel off any protective stickers from your radiator and install it on your CPU. The pressure will distribute the paste underneath it evenly. After that it's time to install the fan. It's a bit tricky and takes some time to properly mount the latch holding the fan in place, but with a little effort you should be done in a matter of minutes. After everything is done, just plug your fan onto your motherboard to power it up, connect your CPU to power and do a test whether the fan is working. That's it. Pretty easy, pretty simple, but can be very useful, especially if you're planning on replacing your CPU or your cooler anytime soon. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.